Thank you for checking out my video. I really love Hatsune Miku and enjoy sharing some of that dedication by making videos all about her. To improve my content, I decided to launch my Patreon page, where you can support me if you feel like Miku's magic reached you by watching them, with neat rewards waiting too. Link in the description. Well, that's all, and now enjoy the new video. Hi guys, Kevin from Magical Mirai here again. Thank you as always for checking out my newest video. This intro right here will be less scripted than usual. Like usually I take a lot of takes for this, but right now it's September 3rd. I'm in Japan. It's 11:39. I'm not kidding. I'm just starting randomly here, and Magical Mirai 2017 is over now, and I've been looking forward to that for so long. Now I'm sitting in my hotel room. It was all so fantastic, and I'm just so sad it's over. Not only because I have to wait another year for an event, but thing is, even I have to be realistic, and even in me there's a little left of the real world, you could say. The last few years I have kind of focused on Miku and nothing else but her. I prioritized everything I have prioritized Miku over everything. So I was like, screw getting a job and everything, just like part-time job instead, because I want to go to these events because it means the world to me. It still does, don't get me wrong, but I'm devastated to say, but I just can't go next year. I mean, there's a very small chance. I just have to focus on job now and everything, but that also means that I can't like do so many videos anymore. So sorry to say that this video here will be definitely the last one in a regular schedule. Like I had done like 3 videos a month and it was crazy, but with all my passion and the time I had on my hands, it was possible to do. And most of all, I just wanted to share my Miku passion. This trip I even met so many people here in Japan at the Miku event that knew me and were inspired even to come to these events because of me. That means a lot to me, because that's why I want to share the Miku love. That is the purpose of the channel. I love Miku so much, and yeah, what can I say? It doesn't mean that I won't do any videos anymore, but just probably not like regularly anymore. So you can still stay subscribed, I guess. And of course I will also review Magical Mirai 2017 when it comes out in the beginning of January, which was, yeah, amazing. And also, just by the way, I have done all the reviews and like so many top 10s. I couldn't even do the schedule because I wouldn't have enough ideas probably. Anyway, you probably can't see it anymore right now that well, even that I'm so sad and depressed, because I've always been looking forward to the new Miku events, but now it's like I don't even know when I can ever go again. And I have wonderful friends too, I guess. And I just hang out with a lot of them, and I couldn't imagine anybody else going to these events, really. And you always also meet new people. It's awesome. The Miku community, the local community is amazing. And I can just tell you, like this concert now, at the end, singing Hajime no To together with everybody, and then in the end, this Miku speech, Miku was crying too. I just thinking about it now, and that I can't go anymore, and how beautiful this, like Miku means the world to me. I think you guys can see that by my videos. So anyway, this has been going on for a long time, I'm sorry. But as I said, unscripted, I want to leave it like that. I'm not crying here now, but I was before a lot, trust me. So, what is the video even about? Well, you can see in the title, but I have been to 5 Miku events, and so this is a top 5 of my favorite, like the ranking of which one I liked the least, but still I like that one too, and which I like the most. So I will talk about like how was the concerts too, of course, but it's not really about the concerts mainly, because I also made reviews separately on them, but mainly on like the event itself, the merchandise they had, the atmosphere in there, like could you access it easily, could you move around and have fun there, what extra events were there, stuff like that. So top 5 Miku events here. Thank you to Miku with the last video on a regular schedule. I hope you will still keep Miku in your hearts, as I will. I won't stop making videos, as I said, but I mean, I can't tell you when next videos will be, but still, stay tuned still, and keep loving Miku as I will. Miku means the world to me. Enjoy. Thank you guys. Okay guys, this was a long intro, but it was absolutely sincere and important to keep it uncut in my opinion. But for everybody who skipped it for some reason, just gonna sum up what this video is about. A ranking of the 5 Miku events I've been to, that would be Magical Mirai 2014 to 2017 and Miku Expo 2016 in North America for 2 cities, from worst to best. But the worst was still a very enjoyable event, just keep that in mind. I wanna consider the event in its entirety, the console will not be the main aspect. I had detailed looks on them separately anyway, in my Miku libraries. Please check them out if you want my opinion on the concert specifically. This will be about what the event had to offer, how the location was, what extra events there were, but also my very own experience I had with my dear friends. I'm very thankful I could experience all of this. Let's go. This was a no-brainer for me. Again, make no mistake here, I had a great time at Miku Expo 2016 in North America, attending the 2 shows in San Francisco and the 1 in Los Angeles, but compared to the Miku events in Japan, it's very clear that this was something they couldn't go all out for this long tour for, touring over so many American cities and even Japan. The main aspect is obvious. It was purely a concert event. Sure, you could get some merchandise before, and there were some neat extra events on other days, like a party in a club and a drawing meetup in a bookstore. I was very disappointed by the club gig, by the way. There wasn't even Vocaloid music playing. Me and my friends were very confused. But anyway, this was nothing like the huge range of possibilities at one of the Mirai events in Japan. To make matters worse, the seats were not reserved unlike the Mirai events, so it was absolutely mandatory to line up many hours before the doors would open in order to secure a good spot. I can't even begin to describe how much this affected my enjoyment of the event. It was still nice getting in conversations with American fans, but, and I'm sure this is something many people will not be happy to hear, honestly, I really prefer the atmosphere of being in Japan, the birthplace of Miku, being surrounded by mainly Japanese fans. It's the same reason I like watching anime with subs only. Miku is so inherently tied to the Japanese culture to me that she really only feels at home in that kind of environment. Not trying to speak badly of American fans here at all, make no mistake, the concerts were pretty good. Even if you could also tell this was a more low budget version of a Miku concert, also compared to Miku Expo 2014, it was a nice experience, that's for sure. A nice mix of a classic setlist and a few jams from the Neo Mirai concerts. Miku and her friends couldn't move around on the stage as much and the effects were lacking, but in its core it was still Miku live on stage, and this is the most important thing. An event held in the legendary Nippon Budokan for the concerts and the Tokyo Science Museum closed it for the exhibition. Wait, close to it? Well, it was no deal breaker or anything, but still a huge reason I consider this the weakest Magical Mirai event. It was just not as convenient. These 2 places weren't exactly far apart, but still enough to be kind of annoying to go back and forth between. The venue is in central Tokyo though, so that was a plus. The official merchandise was sold outside at least for the first day, so this line and the one for the exhibition were without any shelter. On at least one day of the event it was raining pretty hard for parts of the day, so yeah, that was not too pleasant. At least there weren't as many people it felt compared to later years getting all that merch. The exhibition area was interesting as always, with a mix of booths of second-party companies selling Miku merch, beautiful statues of Miku and galleries of cute drawings on display, and the opportunity to experience Perceiver X, as well as the Miku VR experience for the first time. Unfortunately, everything felt very cramped that year. The Science Museum isn't exactly a building designed for huge events as this one, so I have to say, it felt kind of suffocating in a way. There were a few bonus events, one DJ event featuring Casey Lifton I would have loved to go to, had tickets sold out way too fast. There was no free DJ stage. Still, I had a lot of fun together with my friends at this event. The concert itself was awesome, even if not my favorite Mirai one, but the spirit of the legendary venue was present. Classic songs returned for a setlist with a few too many old songs back to back, but a kick-ass beginning and an incredible ending speech, which was only topped just now as I said by the one at the end of Mirai 2017, and the first time everybody sang Hajime no To together with Miku. And yeah, like every Magical Mirai, of course this had assigned seating. You still stand up by the way, so you can basically hang out at the expo until just a few minutes before the gig starts. I love this aspect about these events. Great Magical Mirai still, with some flaws. My first time, so to speak. So I admit, this event of which I attended the Osaka one only definitely has a special place in my heart and a bonus for this list just because of that. But it was also just very good. Unlike the one in Tokyo a few weeks later, this one had the full exhibition experience in the event space of Index Osaka. A huge hall, not as big as the one the events the last 2 years had, but still more than enough. I couldn't believe my eyes the first time I saw this. Miku stuff everywhere. Pretty similar experience to my previous entry in the list. Cool exhibition park with so many drawings, a lot of merchandise to buy, other booths and experiences. The DJ stage was here, but it was poorly integrated into the hall. It was kinda sitting in the middle of it and the volume was way too low. Still, something 3 Mirai 2015 didn't offer. Was just a day we'll never forget. Right, I didn't even mention, but all other Mirais I had been to were held on 3 consecutive days. This year was 1 day only. For this first time I didn't feel like missing out anyway. I spent the entire day together with my travel buddy and a good friend from Italy. It was even his first concert too. You could access the venue with one specific monorail line, not quite perfect but not a big complaint.
There were several halls, one for the bigger exhibition and right next to it another one for the concert. Speaking of that gig, was still the one that left the biggest impact on me. Only Mirai 2017 on day 2 and 3 came close. Was just everything I ever wished for and better. Seeing Miku live with this setlist and considered one of the best ones ever was just a dream coming true. I really liked the concert hall. I feel the song was the best out of all of them, but maybe this is just nostalgia speaking, I'm not sure anymore. This was one of the happiest days of my life and it would be incredible if I could return to this venue next year, because part of Mirai 2018 that was already confirmed will indeed be held in that very same one in Osaka again. It was obvious for me I had to put the two events both held in Makuhari Messe and Chiba close to Tokyo on top of the list. Let's get the negatives out of the way first. Yes, it's only close to Tokyo. It is not ideal if you want to combine it with spending time in Akiba or someplace else in Tokyo on the same day or something. It's kind of out of the way and there isn't that much to do close to the event, except for maybe visiting Aeon Mall. Another negative? Yeah, this was extremely unlucky, but I got sick during the night of the second day, had a horrible experience and even was too unfit to attend the day concert of the final day as a result. Only because of my huge love for Miku, I dragged myself to the final concert, which was a surreal experience. I felt horrible, even had a slight temperature and was not able to stand up for most of the concert. But I was there for Miku. Anyway, you might wonder why this is even number 2 on the list. Well, the final day might have been a waste to me, but the rest easily made up for it, and thinking of the event, I kinda wanna pretend the third day just never happened. The event space was just absolutely perfect. Makuhari Messe is obviously ideal for a Miku event. That year halls 9 to 11 were used. Once you were there, everything was accessible so easily. Some of the lines were even inside, so bad weather didn't matter much. But the event space was so huge. Everything you could ever wish for. Everything I described in my other entries, but with more space. A comfortable area to move around in, even with so many other friends. I was there with my dear friends again and we all agreed. This is the best place for a Miku event. I have to stress this. Attending these events with people you care for, who share your passion, is so valuable to me. And even apart your personal close friends, you're meeting people you don't know as well, that also attend these events every year, so it's kind of like coming back to a big family. It is truly remarkable. But this event for the first time had an amazing addition. A great free stage of various bonus events, including many vocal producers and DJs you could listen to as long as you were in the venue. A small drawback, there weren't enough seats, so if you were late you kinda had to watch from the sides. The main event, the concert. Great concert hall indeed, definitely preferred over the Budokan. Good sound and spectacular concert, one of the best. The intro pumped you up so much, easily the best one of any Miku concert. A variety of kick-ass brand new additions, like Baby Manix after the band member introduction, and Satisfaction, just a few too many songs directly from Pershiba X. Also there were more songs than usual that I personally don't care for, but this was just a small part of the experience. Also Magical Mirai in a perfect event space. The perfect event space indeed. That's why the number 1 spot is most recent Mirai 2017, which was also held in the same location, only different halls of this big complex of event halls. In fact, this location is so perfect, they even confirmed next year's Mirai, which will be held in Tokyo and Osaka, will return there once more. A shame that while I haven't given up hope on going to Osaka, there's pretty much no way I can make it to the Tokyo one. But let's get back on track. As it turns out, this being halls 1 to 3 was even slightly better. These 3 are in the big complex of the main 8 halls, so the shelter space available was just insanely big. I was worried about the typhoon that was announced to hit around the days of the event to be a potential problem, but it wouldn't even have mattered. Only the final stretch before the concert hall was without any kind of protection against nature. Man, this venue, I just can't tell you how awesome it was. It will be hard for first time goers to go back to any other event space after this. There were so many coin lockers available that huge amounts of fans could put away their purchases before heading to any concert. A convenience store with enough stock, compared to the year before, with dedicated space to sit down and eat next to it to get enough energy. These events are exhausting. The only negative I can think of is there were so many people attending that the line for the official merchandise especially was massive. You had to wait for at least 2 hours. I can't even blame them. It's not like there weren't enough counters and staff available. There are just too many Miku fans craving for merch. Heck no, scratch that. I'm happy things are the way they are. Only real complaint, not all staff possessed all the necessary information, so things got a bit confusing right away when it came down to finding the right line for the actual ticket pickup. The expo was awesome as you might expect, just like the year before, but even bigger and with more fans and merch. The creators market returned. I didn't give it much thought the year before, but was like a mini comic kit where one could directly buy CDs from the creators and talk to them. The special free stage returned and was, I don't even know, impossible to improve. So many amazing things to attend for no additional cost, and they even addressed the problem concerning too few seats. Even when you were late, chances were that you could still walk up to a seat and enjoy the show. There was even a special Miku Live with an actual projection on the final day, with a unique short setlist including my beloved speaker, and a different module for Miku, which was fantastic too. I couldn't believe that this was just there for everybody to enjoy, just pure Miku magic. The same can be said for the the time I had there with my friends. The group I was in was bigger than ever, with so many people close to me to hang around with. Because I created a lot of Miku videos on my channel over the last year, I was even approached by fans. When I briefly mentioned that even before and after the 3 days of this event, many other events and special collaborations were held as a celebration of Miku's big anniversary. I even attended a birthday party where everybody sung a birthday song for her. I don't even want to start listing all of the special stuff you could attend, just trust me that it was a lot. The concert experience I had, one concert on each of the 3 days, all of them next to a friend, was awesome as always. This being the 10th anniversary, there was a small portion of songs that were actually different for each day, so I got to hear so many classic songs I only dreamed of ever experiencing live. Other songs were great too, just a few too many old songs and not as many surprises, but good for an anniversary gig I guess. The last song being Hajime no To, and like 2015 singing this one together with Miku and the entire audience made me extremely emotional, especially on day 2 and 3. Just started crying. This experience with Miku is just not possible to describe, but sadly it was also combined with my sadness of maybe not being able to go again next year. I can't even tell you how I reacted when exclusively at the end of the final concert, Miku actually broke down herself, crying while giving her touching speech, thanking everybody for the support over 10 years, without which she would never be able to stand on the stage. The emotions just completely overwhelmed me and this effect lasts. Even while typing these lines for the script, my eyes are getting very wet. I concluded this event with a dinner with my friends, without which I would have just been miserable alone in my room after all of this impact. This event was perfect in almost every way. If I ignore the pressure I unfortunately put on myself the first day, kind of panicking when I tried getting all the merch I wanted, considering the enormous lines. It is a true testament to the love and kindness Miku and the community can share together. Just look at everybody celebrating each other and Miku, even after the event was over. Do yourselves a favor and experience one of these events yourself one day. Even with my situation right now, I will do everything I can that this will not have been my last one. Miku and these events are just too amazing to be skipped, which was especially true for this big 10th anniversary. Congrats again, Miku-chan. Daisuki.
So thank you guys for watching this last video on a regular schedule. I hope you enjoyed it. Miku means so much to me, as I said a million times. And going to the concerts is the best thing you can do if you like Miku, but trust me, you can get addicted. It's like the strongest drug ever, and then saying that maybe you can't go anymore is... I don't know what to say. Whatever. I need to stay positive and just think I can do it eventually, and Miku will always be there for me, there for you guys, because it's really a beautiful thing, the community and everything, undescribable, like so much positivity. Thank you for watching this video. You can give it a thumbs up, comment, share with your friends, and still subscribe to my channel because it's not the end, it's just different. That sums it up pretty well, I think. Stay tuned for Miku. Keep loving Miku as I will, and have a nice Miku day.